So I'm Nigel Douglas. I'm Head of Developer Relations here at Cloudsmith. What we have is a universal artifact management solution. Now, existing solutions have existed for many years at this point. The issue with them is usually around the issue of scale. So what we've done to address that is we've built another universal artifact management solution with extensive support, but with the principles of cloud native. So it scales really well to the limits of the cloud. We're very much developer first solution. So with that, everything works via CLI, we support REST API, we have documentation for that. So very much it's a developer focused tool, and it has to, documentation and solutions have to align with those developers. We're a fast moving company, we're early stage, but we're growing fast. So we release new functionality that our customers, our users, want to engage with. Thing is, when we release a new feature, and you're waiting on new documentation and new process and people are testing it, it makes more sense for you to give them the curated guidance, the steps, in a safe environment. If they know it works and works in line with what their expectations are, then they can test in their own environment. So it gets us past some of these hurdles. Yeah, it's funny, I've been using Instruqt now in several companies before this. I was only mentioning earlier how it feels like it's a standardized tool now, an approach for people to share safe content within a sandbox environment. So it's something that once you see Instruqt, okay, I get free reign to build and work with this environment. So initially what we can do is use this for lead generation. So from a marketing perspective, we want to see who are people that are taking interest. So people who sign up to interact with these labs on an on-demand basis, we can see, well, based on usage, how long they stay on it. Are they, kicking a tire and seeing if it does something, or did they engage to the end, complete all the tasks? And if so, maybe they're the relevant user for us. So definitely we want the KPIs we want to look with, engage with, is usage and continuous usage with the platform. So for us, we're coming to KubeCon. People are expecting to see demos all the time. What could have happened is we could have all had different terminals with different scripts, pulling different policy.rego files and having different experiences that fundamentally don't solve a continuous experience for users and that are attending the conference. So for us, building one lab and making sure that's the same experience for all attendees, that was the perfect outcome. Well, for now, at the moment, we're just simply using it as a method of having consistent demo experience. But later on, what we want to have is a library where users can sign up for the labs that make sense to them, and again, do it at the time that matters to them. They don't want to do it just at KubeCon. They want to do it on a Friday evening when they have a few minutes spares. Yeah, so at the moment, I'm kind of doing this on my own. But I think the fun thing is you can do it, through Pipeline, or you can just build it all in the web builder. What I found is I have Google Docs, and it's not the right way to manage code snippets, but you have examples in here or in your GitHub, and then being able to run wget or curl and just pull into this environment, write that in a simple README logic, and then when you spin it up, it just seamlessly works with that lab. That's the way we're doing it today. I think down the line, what we'd like to see with this is have effectively a content library. So with that content library, we wanted a case that users look for specific functionality that they're not entirely sure how that feature or functionality differs from a competitor, be able to go into the Instruqt lab, test it out and go, okay, now I understand it's not just messaging from your marketing team, but actually there's a real differentiation in functionality.